The College News, your source for all things Murray State. Brought to you by the Murray State News.
Hello and welcome to the College News. I'm Emily Shepard. The news will be functioning a little differently for the rest of the semester as we are no longer together. We are practicing social distancing, but we will do our best to still bring the best of campus and community news to you. It was announced this week that the spring commencement ceremony has been canceled. President Bob Jackson sent an email to faculty, staff, and students on Monday with some campus updates. The first announcement was that graduation had been canceled along with all other campus events through May the 15th. That includes All Campus Sing, another popular spring event on campus. Jackson also said that all student workers will be paid through March the 27th. The administration is also closely monitoring the current budget negotiations in Frankfurt. An alternative or future graduation ceremony is being discussed.
Everyone is upset about missing their final semester on campus, especially in my major. A lot of us really love our professors and the faculty in the major and just being with one another because we've done all this together. And we are, when they first moved to an online platform, kind of the first thing we were looking forward to is, okay, we get to get back together at graduation. This is great. But that isn't the case anymore. So I feel like a lot of people were upset, even with All Campus Sing and different campus events, even sports. People have put in a lot of hard work for a long time for this, and they just kind of got robbed of the opportunity. And it's not really anyone's fault that they got robbed of the opportunity. But, there's a lot of people upset about missing out on a lot of different campus events and their classes and being able to finish the semester strong with the people that they love.
Advanced scheduling starts next week, and here are some reminders. On April 6th, Honors College and graduate students can schedule for classes. On April 7th is when seniors will schedule. On April 8th will be for juniors. Sophomores can schedule on April 9th, and freshmen on April 10th. Students must meet with their academic advisor prior to scheduling, and meetings will take place via Zoom, phone, or email. You must also have an account balance below $200 in order to register. Remember that professors are here to help you, so if you're struggling with the virtual class format, make sure to reach out for help.
Some of us are better at the technology stuff than others, and we don't want this to be a hiccup. We know it's challenging, but we want to do everything we can to ensure that we're all getting as much out of it as we can. And so I would just say, students, just definitely reach out because, again, this is new to all of us, and the faculty and instructors are super interested in doing this and making sure you get out of it as much as possible.
With campus no longer being open, many students, especially seniors, have no reason to spend their remaining flex dollars or anything to spend their flex on. Fast Track is the only flex qualifying store on Murray State's campus that is still open, and students who aren't in Murray are trying to figure out if there's a way they can receive that money in their actual bank accounts. Executive Director of Marketing and Communication, Sean Tooney, said the housing and dining offices are working on applying credits to student accounts. Pro-rata refunds for housing and dining will be applied to existing balances or future semester charges based on federal financial aid guidelines. Students are asked to check their MyGate accounts for an updated balance on April 6th. As campus shut down, students were scheduled to move out in staggered groups over the past week. Regulations were put in place to ensure as little risk as possible, and students were given a maximum of 2 hours to move out and were only allowed 2 helpers. If any rules were broken, MSU-PD would be called in. Anything students wanted to donate, they were told to leave in their rooms. Those who would end up displaced after moving out were given the opportunity to apply to remain living on campus in college courts. Due to the COVID-19 outbreak, the Callaway County Humane Society will be closed to walk-in traffic until further notice. To bring in a stray, pull into the parking lot during business hours and call 270-759-4141. A volunteer will come to the vehicle, and if you need to pick up pet food from the pet bank or make a donation, you'll need to schedule an appointment by emailing the Humane Society at murray-kentucky.net or by messaging the Humane Society on the Facebook page. The Easter bone hunt and obedience classes have been postponed, and if you have missing or found pets, you You can also message them on their Facebook page. Addison Watson tells us why Governor Andy Beshear has been making local and national news.
Governor Andy Beshear has been getting a lot of praise the past several weeks due to his extremely well handling of COVID-19. Other states are noticing how Beshear took quick action at the first sight of an imminent threat to the state weeks ago. Some states have offered some of their most prized possessions in exchange for Beshear to govern their state. People from Indiana offered IU, Purdue, and the Indy 500 in exchange for Beshear. On a more serious note, Beshear was one of the first to take serious actions in Kentucky in order to slow the spread of COVID-19. He limited travel to essential workers only, shut down all non-essential businesses, and placed tight restrictions on what businesses are allowed to do. Because of his quick actions, Kentucky has seen many fewer cases than surrounding states. Beshear called a proposed bill that would allow Kentuckians to sue the state over an excessive amount of executive orders during a public health crisis that hurt a person's business silly.
People can put an amendment that let the whole world sue me. I used to be a lawyer. I can handle that.
For more information on COVID-19, please visit thenews.org.
The 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo have been postponed due to COVID-19 and rescheduled for the summer 2021 instead. According to the International Olympic Committee, the Olympics will run from July the 23rd to August 8th, 2021. The committee is hopeful that the Olympics will be a bright light in these uncertain times for the world. It is important to take precautions with COVID-19 spreading across the world. Sanitizing, social distancing, and limiting exposure are some keys for staying safe. Coronavirus is detectable in the air for 3 hours, on copper for 4 hours, on cardboard for 24 hours, on stainless steel for 2 to 3 days, and plastic for 3 days. There is no current evidence to support the transmission of COVID-19 that is associated with imported goods or packages, and there have not been any cases of COVID-19 in the United States associated with imported goods. However, it's still a good idea to wash your hands right after you touch and open any package. Be safe. Governor Andy Beshear and Attorney General Daniel Cameron issued a scam alert warning Kentuckians of potential consumer scams related to the coronavirus. The scammers may pose as public health organizations like the Center for Disease Control, UNICEF, and the World Health Organization. The scammers ask consumers to provide personal information or to contact the scammers. Fact-check information. Contact trusted sources and visit federal, state, and local government websites. Don't respond to texts and emails about checks from the government, and don't click on unknown sources as they could potentially have viruses. With social distancing in full swing, getting outside may seem impossible. In case you do happen to get some fresh air, Megan Reynolds is here to tell us what to expect from the weather.
Thanks, Taylor. This week we're going to be looking at 3 different places, as I know a lot of students are kind of out and about. So we're going to look at Murray, St. Louis, and Evansville. In Murray, it's going to be pretty warm for the most part, but it's going to get back into being rainy again. So Wednesday through Friday, we're going to start off sunny, kind of cloudy, and then we're going to go back into the rain, and Monday and Tuesday we'll see some thunderstorms. In Evansville, it's going to be kind of the same thing. It's going to be a little more cloudy than it's been in Murray. Still pretty warm. We're going to still get up into the 70s by the end of the week, but again, that rain's going to come back. It's going to get stormy. Make sure if you go out, which you shouldn't be because we're all quarantining, that you've got your umbrella. And then for St. Louis is a little better than we've had here. St. Louis is getting a lot more sun than we are. They've got only 3 days of rain. They're getting a lot warmer than we are. But again, that whole sunny to rainy thing that we see in this region. So thanks, back to you, Taylor.
Thanks, Megan. Looks like the rain might be a second reason to stay inside for a while. At the College News, we want to keep you updated on the current number of cases in Callaway County and in Kentucky. There are currently 3 confirmed positive COVID-19 cases in Callaway County and 591 cases in Kentucky, with 17 deaths as of this morning. Governor Beshear has lit up the governor's mansion green every night when a Kentuckian has been lost to COVID-19. He has asked others to do the same. Murray State University lit up the Jesse D. Jones Family Clock Tower to honor those lost. Are you thinking about traveling across state lines? You might want to think again. There's a travel ban currently in place for Kentucky. Governor Beshear issued an executive order Monday, March the 30th, banning Kentuckians from traveling out of state. The only exceptions to the ban are those who work out of state, cross the state border for essential items such as groceries, medication, and healthcare, or if the person has a court order to do so. That's all we have for this week. Thanks for joining us today. Keep practicing social distancing, wash your hands, and stay healthy at home. Be sure to support your local businesses. And we are grateful for all of the Murray businesses and organizations that have supported the Murray State News throughout the years. Let's help them out now. Have a great week, and we'll see you back here next Wednesday.